everybody. It is a beautiful day, hopefully, where you are. It's fucking raining here.
For me.
And this is Officially
Unofficially.
the best podcast on the internet.
It's quite sunny for me. Is it shit for you? I'm sorry.
When I say that now, I assumed it was still raining because it has been raining hard all this morning. And then as soon as I said, I literally looked over as I was saying it was raining. I thought, oh, fuck. I've lied.
You've lied.
I've lied to the
You
people.
when you lie.
There's a smidgen of sun. This is my
Look
lie
at him.
face.
That's him when he lies. Well, that's really obvious. It's like, do you remember LA Noire? Where the characters would be like, yeah, I've never met him in my life.
What are my options here? What's he thinking? I don't think you've really met him. Tell me about him, even though you don't know him.
Bang! 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 Bang!
Shit.
Pulls out Julie's and it absolutely sends it through the copper's head.
If it was that simple to detect if somebody was lying and someone was telling the truth, it would be amazing. It's like, sorry, Sumpy, I haven't actually got that money that I owe you. I haven't spent it on drugs.
It's so obvious. Because at that point, I'm clearly just going to say, bang! 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 I'm going to get the Julies out.
You'll just shoot the ever-loving hell out of me, which seems, again, a bit extreme. A lot of your stories seem to end with you getting the Julies out.
You said something very extreme to me this morning, and I want to address this.
Did I?
You did. So, we are recording the podcast an hour later than we usually would.
Oh, okay.
And it's because I was on a dog walk, and I was wandering along, and my dog was sniffling through some leaves, because it's all autumnal at the moment, and then he stops and sniffs loads in one spot. And I was like, oh, that's odd. And then he moves his nose around, he uncovers a bloody hedgehog. Like a hedgehog that's like laying there all curled up, and I thought, oh, it's dead, because it had like some blood on it, and I was like, a dog's got it or
bloody.
something. Yeah, it was literally bloodied and like injured. So I was like, oh, goodness me. So I got a little leaf and I gave it a jab just to see, basically, firstly, funny, and then secondly, see if his little spikes would go and like see if he was like responsive to it. To have his little spikes go up. He did. And I was like, oh, bloody hell, I've now got a task on me because I now want to save this little bad boy.
Which is completely fair. That's the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is it turns out it's alive and it's like, oh, if I hadn't have found you, I'd have gone home and you'd have died in pain and it's not my problem. Now I can see your pain. At least a percentage of it is my problem.
So I put him in a chip box. Someone littered like a polystyrene tray about 5 feet away, and I had like some cheese on it from like cheesy chips or something. And I thought I'll give him the non-cheese side. I picked him up in a poo bag.
You poo bagged him.
I'm not going to touch him with my hands.
Mate, he's dying. He deserves some sort of respect, doesn't he?
You would have touched a raw hedgehog with your hands.
You got golf clubs there.
What?
Just send him off to the vet.
Send him home.
Good shot. You've been practicing.
Stand out the front with a bin. There's something on its way. Clear the house.
That would be a good sport. But carry on your story.
So I was imagining him sitting on a tee. I put him on a tee. You munch him down range.
The irony is as well that with hedgehogs, when they get scared, their way of protecting themselves is to curl up in a ball.
Which is what I want. So
I need
to go, boo! And then get the golf club out.
As the old saying goes, you can't play rugby with a hedgehog.
It's a very good point. But you can play golf. I ended up poo bagging him and putting him in a chip tray. I said to Cole, I'm going to be late, right? You said, just pop him in the air fryer.
It's faster.
Pop him in the fucking air fryer.
Now, I've made that exact joke before on Twitter when someone posted like about how they'd saved a bird or something, and I said, pop him in the air fryer for a delicious low-calorie crunchy treat. I can't remember who it was. Somebody responded like, Cole, how can you say that? It's a funny joke. Say, just pop it in the air fryer, I think.
And I did not pop him in the air fryer. I rang up an animal rescue that I know
of. Another man.
Specifically, there's a hedgehog animal rescue like 15 minutes away from me.
Are there a lot of these things?
I don't know. I just thought it was like really handy. So I knew of them anyway.
Yeah.
So, I dropped him off there.
And he goes, oh, fucking you again. Look, I keep saying, stop hitting him with golf clubs and they'll probably be all right.
I've got like this little box, I open it up and there's a golf ball in there. They go, no.
You got it backwards again.
No, there's hedgehogs. And I think back to me at the range the other day. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
You look at your clubs covered in red.
They've got like spikes in the top of them. I'm like, oh, shit.
You know the guy who goes to collect the golf balls? He is just taking them out of himself like a human porcupine.
So I ended up like filling in a form, and it says on there. Although they then asked me, they're like, "Do you want to like what name have you got for him?" And I was like, "I didn't expect there to be this level of admin. I didn't go there with a name prepared." So
for the hedgehog?
Yeah,
I thought you meant your name.
no, on the spot. I would have got that pretty quick.
Good for you.
I don't mean to brag. If someone asks me my name, I'm on it within a second. Like, I think
that's a long time to think. If someone asks your name, you go, Emil. That's a long time.
That's too long.
Yeah, that is.
Suspiciously long.
Is it
I'd
really
argue.
Emil? Do I look like an Emil? Maybe not.
So if someone asked you, like off the rib, because that's essentially what they asked, off the rib, what's the name for this hedgehog? You say
Henry.
She did say don't say Spike, and I was like, that's valid.
People say, oh, that's cringe.
I know, that is cringe.
What did you say? No, let me guess. I bet you said, like, I bet it was a footballer's name. Was it Frimpong?
Curtis Jones, please. I should have said a weirdly long name. It's the name of my old guinea pig. I said, call it Milton, because that's the only name that I could have locked in.
Oh, man.
And I was like, it's a nice name.
It's a nice name.
She said, it's of indeterminate sex. And I thought, oh, little dick.
Did you? Did you really think that?
I did think that. I thought, oh, he had his like dick ripped off by a dog.
That was your thought, that it's because his dick... rather than because they need to do something to determine the sex of a hedgehog, it's because he had his dick ripped off by a dog.
No, I've sexed a hedgehog.
It sounds a little bit like you shagged a hedgehog when you say that.
Yeah.
It does sound like that.
I've not shagged a hedgehog. Yeah,
Wouldn't
I've
fit.
sexed a hedgehog, though.
That's good. How?
I played some Barry White and I fucked it. I used to have to, you turn it upside down. If it's got a little cock, it's a boy.
That sounds really easy. Then why couldn't she figure out? Are you sure she's for real?
Well, then she said it's got mange, so I don't know if he had mange dick.
What's mange?
It's sort
Doesn't
of
sound nice. It's not one of the nice sounding diseases. It's not sexy.
I think it's
like syphilis.
Maybe like fungal or bacterial. And it's like a disease that's sort of like dogs can get it too. Have you seen dogs where they're all like lumpy and they're all like falling apart?
Yeah, that's mangy.
She thinks I had that. So she was cleaning it with her eyebrow like mascara brush. This sounds mental.
And then
I was at the actual place. This wasn't just like a woman off the road that had like a little like campfire that I gave the hedgehog to look after.
You went downstairs in Debenhams. This is the makeup girl. And she's like, oh yeah, let me just, I've got some nail polish here just so I can make it look beautiful, and I'll use some mascara on its little potentially cock and or vagina.
Yeah, well, they looked beautiful at the end. And then they put it in an incubator, and then I left. But then it said as well on the form, and I wonder what you'd say here, it said, if it dies, do you want us to let you know?
Oh, would I like to know?
Would you have ticked yes or no? Ultimately, doesn't fucking matter. You don't need to know.
I'd argue. No. I'd want to know. I have put myself in charge of this creature.
Stewardship.
Exactly. I've taken that responsibility, that godlike role in its life. And if it does curl away and die or get hit by someone roving with a golf club, I'd like to know that. I'd also like to know when it dies. So even if it's not straight away, if it's in, I don't know how long they live. Yeah, I don't know how long they live. Let's say it's fucking, I don't know, 10 years. In 9 years' time, I want to get a message and go...
No, I don't think they do it for like in 10 years' time.
And go, Curtis Jones is dead.
We can't have two in the 1 year, Cole.
Oh, jeez.
We can't do it again to the boys.
No, that's fair.
They've already lost one brother.
I got my recently, yesterday.
Hedgehog?
Yesterday. No, not hedgehog, but my first confirmed kill in a car. Of an animal.
Man down.
Which I was really sad about.
What did you kill?
It was like a pheasanty, partridgey...
A boy.
Yeah. I'd only had a few drinks.
A boy died yesterday.
But no, I was heading down... there's a road near where I live, like a long, thin, proper country road. We used to drive down it every day to get to school. Horrible road. And yeah, down there, basically, someone coming the other way... So I was like looking to my left at like my mirror. I look back, and as soon as I look back, coming from the other way, I just hear, I hear a boom, and I see this sort of circular brown, like a brown part. I don't know what it was. Partridgey, but more brown than a partridge, rather than the orange that they have going on.
Was it like a female pheasant?
I don't know, mate. All I know is like I know
Fair enough.
if I know it was like a brown partridge, would I go? Oh yeah, now I think about it, it was a female fucking.
Well, it might be a fucking female pheasant.
I've not vexed a pheasant.
Or it could be the body of a boy pheasant, because they're quite brown.
I don't know. I'm not a
What
pheasant.
kind of brown? Was it like sort of a rich coffee brown?
No,
or
it was
it sort
lighter.
of like a grey brown?
It was like a mousy brown.
Okay, yeah, I think that's probably a female pheasant, would be my guess.
So it was a female pheasant, a very pleasant looking female pheasant.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, it went poof, and it sort of went up after it got hit.
God, you aerialed a pheasant.
Well, I hit it on the volley because matey hit it from the floor.
On the volley?
Yes, because so the other guy coming the other way, he teed it up to me, and it bounced. Literally went
God.
and it bounced towards my car and landed not even in front of me. It hit me in the air, straight on the front of the bonnet, and then went down.
So you and another car are counterflowing. You're doing this. You're going opposite way.
Is that what it's called? How interesting! I didn't know that.
Yeah, counterflow. Yeah, and then
cool.
You passed more recently than me. You should know this.
I didn't know. I've never heard that word in my life, mate.
Fair enough. It's counterflow traffic when you have one coming with no central reservation or barrier. But yeah, so don't give me that. You know, it's a visual podcast. I can't fucking see you. So
Not for our
you were
audio
going like
listeners.
this.
They don't know what I did. Yeah.
Oh, Cole gave me a shitty look. So this car ended up hitting a bird, an indiscriminate bird, a bird of sorts, a
Female
pheasant
pheasant, I believe, I would say, using my
or
expert
a
opinion.
partridge, yeah.
In a pear tree.
He's hit it.
Yep.
And it's then gone bunk.
Yes.
He's passed it to you. You've hit it on the volley and sent it back the other way.
I've alley-ooped the prick.
Oh,
And I
with
felt
what
really...
part of your car? You're like the nose? Was it a good hit?
It was the actual sort of the flat bit of the bonnet in front of me. So the
grill
flattened
bit.
Yeah, where my license
okay,
plate
yeah.
would be if I hadn't shaved it off for all the drug
that's
mule
fair,
runnings I do. But yeah, and then I guess that my genuine thought was, my first thought was, oh my god, I hate
Yeah, valid, yeah.
killing stuff. I'm not like, oh, just squish the spider. I'll take the spider out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that. But yeah, the second thought was, if the first hit, and we both got maybe about 40, if the first hit hadn't immediately killed it, which it probably did, but it just in case,
Probably,
it just caught its leg and it was just gonna
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
there
yeah.
and be eaten or something, at least I finished it off good and proper.
You gave it the 1-2, you wombo comboed a pheasant.
Honestly, mate, we were like the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's insane.
It's a shame there wasn't another car coming behind it, because I could have done a little steer to the left, knocked it back.
What if it was like loads of traffic from bam, 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 like pinballed in the same spot back and forth?
I mean, if you can do it once, as in one to the other person, you can theoretically do it more than once. So it could be done.
True. If you hit it with the corner of the car, it could just it could stay within the same 6 feet, but be going back and forth over and over again.
Why is every joke we're coming out of today involving us hitting animals with sticks and or vehicles?
Animal abuse at the end of the day, no matter what the wokies tell you, is funny.
It's true. We've always said it.
It is funny. Yeah. Well, I've hit a buzzard before, a big bird. It's like, I'm holding out my arms now. It's probably the size of my torso, like the size of a man's torso. This bird, I hit it at 60 miles an hour on a country road. It left a dust imprint on my windscreen. I
Like a
screeched to a
silhouette, a
halt.
shape.
Literally, I saw it fly away. I then reversed back down this country road, and it just landed again and kept eating. It didn't give a shit. It just didn't care.
There's a part of me that thought buzzards weren't real and they were just cartoon creatures.
Interesting.
I must admit, I didn't know they were real.
If you've seen a massive fucking bird of prey in the UK, it's probably a buzzard. They're huge.
They do sound fake though. Buzzard doesn't sound real.
Yeah, that's fair. I can get that. I used to care for a one-winged wizard. Not the right word.
Tell me more about the sentence.
Not the right word at all.
Tell me more, father. What happened to this one-winged wizard? Did you fetch the golden dome upon which you searched?
Oh, that's just going to make it into one of the compilations that we're doing, isn't it?
Maybe.
With the out of context.
Maybe. Don't get meta with it. Don't predict things like that.
Carl gets the notepad out. One-winged wizard. Brackets gold. A little chart, the views going up. No, I want to end it there. I want to end that conversation of the one-winged wizard there. I cannot.
Speaking of cars then, I saw a girl who had her parents had like parked up, and she was on the side of like a B road, and she was just there throwing up on like a Saturday morning. And I thought, lad, absolute lad. She looked about 17.
Oh.
And I was like, I bet she's pledging never to drink again, and I bet she's bloody
been
lying.
picked up from a mate's house.
Yep.
And that's the worst feeling though. When when you want to get home, she's getting a lecture in the car. You know for a fact she's getting a lecture in the car.
I reckon Dad's cool. I reckon Dad's like, oh, come on, love, don't do it every week, but we've all done it.
I think Mum's a bitch.
I think Mum's a bitch.
But I think Dad is cool. I think Dad's like, let her do it. Like, oh, she's gonna learn. Look, she's coming home safely. She'll be all right. And the mum, I reckon, is like, no, I never did this. No, absolutely not.
She's
no
lying.
daughter of mine. Yeah, and she's lying.
She is filled with like heroin marks all the way up and down her arm. And she's like, I wouldn't drink. I never would.
You just think that because your dad did heroin, statistically, one of two parents do heroin.
My dad, who may or may not be dead, statistically probably dead dad, definitely did heroin. So maybe that's why I project that upon everyone else.
You know Cole's dad.
Or are, please.
If you are Cole's dad,
Daddy?
That's a big thing in the comments. If you find your father in our YouTube comments or TikTok, maybe he's on TikTok.
The sad thing would be, maybe my dad did stumble upon this video, watched it for about a minute, and thought, this is shit.
If your maybe dead dad clicks off this and absolutely fucks our retention.
My statistically dead dad.
Yeah, statistically dead dad.
He probably
fucks our retention. I will be upset with him.
That'd be really frustrating, you know? We're working hard to up
I think the worst thing he's done.
That and all the heroin.
So much heroin.
But apart from the heroin, yeah, that probably would be, that'd be it. That would be the limit. But yeah, would your parents have been cool with you sort of having to lean out the car and throw up of a Saturday morn?
So they were there when I was drunk for my first ever time drinking. And It is a very embarrassing story. Have I ever told you this?
I don't think you have, no.
It's embarrassing.
They were there the morning after, or they were there on the evening?
No, they were the night of.
Okay.
So it was my friend who we called Gary, but he was actually called Ryan.
Lad. He's already a lad. I love him.
Immediately lock it in. So I didn't know, by the way, he was called Ryan until like register one year. Everyone called him Gary for probably 5 years. And then during like a substitute teacher, like, you know, when they do pass the paper register round, they don't do this anymore. But they pass the paper register round, then people write their name on it. He wrote Ryan, and someone was like, yeah, all right. And he was like, no, that is my name. And we were like, what? It turns out his name forever has been Ryan, but everyone just called him Gary.
We had a guy at my school who, he was called Pat, but everyone called him Ned, because someone decided that he looked like a Ned, and everyone thought, yeah, he really does look like a Ned. I'll send I'll send you the picture of Pat/Ned.
There you go. Here's a picture now.
I'm not putting it on. I'll put a picture of some guy who went to my school.
No, put it up and then blur it so it's completely pointless.
I'll put a blurry picture of Pat/Ned on, but he didn't look like a Ned. So I imagine that your mate Gary, he looked
like a Gary.
Gary energy.
He didn't look like a Ryan. Yeah. So it was Gary's birthday, and this I have to really stress. I very much was too young to be drinking. I think it was maybe his 14th birthday. Yeah, I think I was like maybe 13 or... It was like either his 14th or 15th, and I was like 13 or 14. Like, I was like not that age just yet. And so we went round to his house. And I remember his bedroom was entirely chalkboard paint.
Oh, that's cool. So we could scrawl theories.
So... There was more pictures of dicks from his mates.
Not theories. Not theories about the universe.
Very few theories, more hairy ones drawn on the wall.
Sure.
Yeah, so my mate Gary, who was actually called Ryan, had chalkboard paint all over his walls. Okay. And it was his 14th or 15th birthday.
The winged wizard was there.
The one winged wizard.
Sorry, the one winged wizard.
The one winged wizard was there, which is arguably weirder than being a winged wizard because there's lore behind the fact he's only got one of them. I think he got his dad or uncle or something to buy beer, and the beer that they bought was Foster's.
Nice.
And it is anybody in the UK knows, and I know Australia, it's your favourite beer.
It is. You guys love it. Sorry to insult you ahead of time, Australia.
Yeah, it's your favourite beer, we know. It's piss water. It's absolutely disgusting. It's horrible beer. And I think I had like a few sips of that, and I thought, this is dreadful, but I'm 13. I want to fit in. Like, I obviously want to fit in here.
Oh, because it was his 14th, so you were a bit younger.
It was his 14th or 15th.
Yeah,
I was the year younger, whatever that was. And so, so I thought, I really want to fit in here. And it's actually me and like 4 other mates and Gary drinking Fosters in his chalkboard room. So I think I had
writing theories on the wall.
drawing up theorems like nobody's business. I think that I had 3 cans of Fosters and I was bladdered. Like,
3 cans is enough to get me drunk now as a grown man.
As a grown man, I would be a little bit like, ooh.
Of 29.
I'm like a little bit tipsy now. No, you're 34.
Stop saying I'm 34.
You're
Because
that's
that's an exact realistic number that if you said 50, it doesn't bother me. But you keep saying 34. I'm 32.
You're 34 and you're called Ned.
I'm still young enough to be a Premier League footballer until I'm 33. That's when footballers retire. So I'm still young till then.
Unless you're a goalie, at which point, or Milner, who's like 45.
I'll have to transition into either being a goalie or Milner when I turn 33.
Or Milner, who looks a bit like Sandman from the Spider-Man film.
I have actually called myself a Milner because I play football very similarly.
Good.
I'm just ratty, get the ball, give it to someone better.
Nice, good play. So I had these 3 tins of Fosters at Gary's house, and I lived around the corner from him. He was like 3 roads away. And I walked back with my mate, another bloke, he's 13. Another child, because I was a child. Weirder, I walked back with the one-winged wizard.
Yeah.
And he had a football, and we were like kicking the football around, and I
Drunk football.
kicking it into cars.
No, I like parked ones, like being the obs.
Not hard, but like bouncing it off cars. If someone did it to my car, I'd be annoyed.
That's
and if
fair.
I saw a kid do it, like, clearly
Oi!
a fucking dickhead.
Stop it!
100%.
You little shit, I'll get out of this car right now. I'm gonna launch a hedgehog at you. I'll do it. I'm crazy.
My bin bag full of hedgehogs.
Come here, Curtis Jones. Come here, Mo. Come here, SummerSlam.
Oh no, Gakpo hits the post.
Oh, not again.
So I then got home and my back parents' garden. My normal parents.
Fucking
back
hell,
garden.
man.
My normal parents' one-winged wizard's back garden.
So I've got a heron on it, so you got back parents, whatever the fuck that means.
I've got backward wizard parents. I walked down that garden and they saw me clearly stumbling. And I remember my mum opened the back door and just looked at me. And I thought, I'm fucked. This is terrible.
That's the moment you discover what sort of drunk you are. You discover, are you an argumentative drunk? Do you follow peer pressure? If your mates are going, you should call your mum a bitch. Because she is. You should call her a bitch.
Thankfully, this is just me. This was just
she
me.
is.
And she is a bitch, yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
And I remember I threw up in the kitchen sink. My stepdad laughing his ass off. He found it so funny. He thought, you deserve this. You fucked it. And you obviously deserve this. And you're going to be okay. So it's funny, which I would do. I think that's like what you'd do as well. Would you be the... That's
yeah,
funny.
I mean, it's happened. You can't undrink the alcohol. Throwing it up is the best thing to do. Make them comfortable.
And it's only 3 cans of Fosters. Like it's not like I had like 10 shots, which could be dangerous.
Make them comfortable. Make sure they take it on board. Like, this is why you shouldn't drink too much. If I'm really going through what would I think is perfect parenting, as a non-parent myself, someone who can have opinions like this.
Because you do shoot blanks.
I would say, you let them throw up, and you just say, look, remember this feeling, and then you think, if you're curious about alcohol, we can try a small glass of wine next time we have dinner or something. Mm-hmm. That's what the French would do.
That is.
They're fucking breastfeeding wine.
So why did you wank your tit?
Please stop doing that. Please stop.
Why did you do that? You wanked your tit of wine.
That's where it comes from. It comes from nipples.
Australians call that like a goon sack.
What
you know,
boobs?
a bag of wine.
Is that what they call them?
No. You know a bag of wine,
Yeah.
which is French call boobs.
Give me your bags of wine.
They call that a goon sack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did that come before or after the sort of current usage of the word
I think
goon?
very much before. I've heard it for years and years and
Do you
years.
reckon it wasn't just after? They heard the word goon and they were like, oh man, whack sack on the end of that. It's even more gross.
This is funny. Yeah, I think, it's basically my mum was fuming at me, valid. And then my
Was she?
stepdad he found it very funny, also valid. So I had a nice mix. And then I went to bed and then I didn't have a hangover because I was like 14 and you're invincible basically at that age.
And you were like, wow, alcohol's great. I threw it all up.
I had a great night.
Great again the next day. And that is why to this day you get the shakes if you don't drink at least 3 Fosters a day.
I need a couple of Fosters. That's what this is for. This is my goon sack.
Mr. Magoon. After one of the first times I ever got hungover, I was dropped off by Jeffrey, popular regular friend of Officially Unofficially, and also Jack getting his first
Jeffrey.
mention. I'll tally one for Jack for getting his first mention. They very kindly dropped me off, and they were.
Can we get a Gary tally as well, please? Sorry.
Yeah. How many is that? The first Gary then?
That's first Gary. Yeah, Gary 1.
I'm sure we'll make jokes about Glitter at some point and Neville, so we'll get a few Gary jokes going on. But yeah, they were both, as well as being a lot more handsome than me. I've told you before that Jeffrey had a moustache in year 4.
Yeah, crazy.
Jack was sort of similar. They were adults, and I was a kid.
They
still.
were men. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Already, and they dropped me off, and I was like, I had a bag of sick, like a bin bag that I'd been throwing up into. I'd squished it into a bin just before coming in, an outside bin, and I thought, oh, finally I'm home. And my grandma was home as well as my mum, and she saw that I'd been dropped off because like my friends can drive now, that's a new thing, and she said, "Oh, welcome back, darling. Oh, you too. Thank you so much for taking me back. Would you like to come in and have a cup of tea?" And I looked at them, white, ghostly pale. Don't come in my house.
Was your look just don't. Just don't.
And they looked at each other and they went, "Yes, please. That would be lovely."
That is so fucking
and then, come on, Emil, come sit down at the table. I'm sat there just like seeing through time and space, just wanting to throw up. And they're having a lovely chat. But they know, everyone knows it as well. Every now and then they look at me, all parties are looking at me and laughing.
So they all know this is your worst case scenario.
I just want them to
and
go.
They've all bought in.
Yes. And she's pouring a cup of tea. Oh, would you like some bit? I've made some cake. I could knock up an omelette.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
I haven't spoken to Granny since.
Oh God. You should, by the way, because you're in the wrong for that.
Am I really? Damn, did I take it too far?
I think you took it too far, yeah.
Interesting. Well, thank you. I needed this.
You're the wrong one for that. And anybody, by the way, who is not subscribed to the channel, if you're still listening, chances are you probably like us. So,
Dad,
if you're listening on Spotify, or father, daddy, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, any of those platforms, follow it. I think it's like a follow thing, I assume, or like click interested. I don't really know.
I wasn't listening.
5
what did you
stars.
Say? Which one are you talking about? Podcast.
I don't know any of them. I just don't really do this. But I'm doing a call to action.
You can review it on Spotify. We've got 2 5-star ratings, one of which was me, and I'm pretty sure the other one was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So
no, the other one was me.
Oh, really? so Linnea hasn't. Fuck's sake, Linnea, when you're listening to this.
Okay, all right. And then if you're on YouTube, give it a subscribe, give it a like, give it a TikTok follow. We've got all the platforms, so follow all of those bits and bobs. Yeah, and if you're a company that wants to sponsor stuff,
find someone better.
Should we do what your plan was? Do you remember your... Shut up. Do you remember your plan? For sponsorship.
I have so many fucking plans, mate. They come out my ears. I'm a hustler.
It's one that I thought was really funny.
You probably didn't tell me this.
So, if you have £5 and you want to sponsor a segment in this episode, it will get incrementally more expensive. This is the cheapest an ad spot will be, right?
Okay.
Even if you're not a company, right? Just DM us on any of the platforms. And then we will respond to you saying, yes, we will do that for £5, or we won't. You can just shout out like your mate Gary in a podcast for £5. That's kind of funny.
We're basically doing a cameo,
Yeah.
We're like, is it James Buckley?
Yeah, the Inbetweeners, man.
He's made millions from it. All we want to make is £2.50 each. Well, £4 for you and £1 for me with the split that we have.
Naturally.
So I think that's a fair offer. £5, and we will shill. We will call your mate a knobhead. We will leak the Epstein files, or we'll advertise Waitrose.
They're sitting on my desk right now. Call me Pam Bondi.
Whoever the fuck that is. Yep, you can have
Attorney
those.
General.
I knew that for £5 English.
Yeah,
I think we're good value. I think we're the best value podcast on the internet at this point.
Because then next time as well, we can say next one £10.
Ooh.
It will keep going up. So if you've got your mate's Minecraft Discord server, just tell us and we'll just read it out because it's funny. Give us some copy or we'll make something up. £5 and we will just read out anything that you want, so long as it's not awful, obviously.
No, you're fine with that though. We were talking about this last week with AI. You don't care because what you'll say is probably worse.
I'll have AI me read out
yeah, we won't do it ourselves. Exactly. You can't blame us.
Exactly. Outsource it to the bots. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much if you're listening currently. Cole, you mentioned.
Yeah, go.
So no. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, after you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna have. May I have the Cole's one-liner of the week jingle, please? Because I've actually thought of a one-liner.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Okay.
A proper like Milton Jones style. It came to me, and I've got it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cole thinks he's a clever little boy. Here's his one-liner.
Okay, I'm gonna read it because I don't stutter and fuck it up. Okay. I wrote this down.
Did you write it down?
Well, yes, that's what people do when they think of things. Do you know how creative? What if fucking Jeff Buckley wrote in and he went, oh, I've thought of a song. It's called fucking Hallelujah, and he gets out his parchment and he starts singing. And they go, do you fucking write it down?
How dare you
compare
this one-liner to Hallelujah?
It's very similar.
Let's bear that in mind. All right, everybody, as you're listening, let's bear in mind that Cole has just compared this one-liner to the beautiful song of Hallelujah by many artists at this point, probably covered by Leona Lewis.
I don't even think Leonard Cohen was one. I don't even think that Jeff Buckley started it. I think
Jeff Buckley,
Rufus Wainwright.
Let's just say Leona Lewis. Let's chuck her into the pot.
Big Leona, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay,
ready?
Go on. Yep. Oh.
Went to the scales and the vet and asked if I could give my dog away. Haven't seen him since.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Like, I proper worked on that.
Yeah. That's all right.
Then, oh shit, I added a second bit. Do you want to hear the second bit?
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
I said, no, can you give him a way in? And they said, he already came in through the door.
No, I don't like that bit. I think that bit overstays its welcome, I think.
That's a one joke and done sort of joke.
Yeah. Well, Tim Vine doesn't then go, and another thing,
well, no,
and then gives another extension to it.
Because Tim Vine has told his same... I mean, unlike me, who tells it once, out it goes, there's honour and integrity in what I do. Tim Vine has repeated them thousands of times.
Do you want to know something very hypocritical of me?
You've written something.
I just remembered years ago, I wrote down a one-liner that I kept in my Google Keep.
No way!
Can you see how old a Google Keep... Oh, here it is.
Can I... 2017.
The 11th of March, 2018. I wrote this down.
Just before we got our TV show.
So I'd work on the wording now, but I'm going to read it verbatim.
Yeah, that's what I did as well. Yeah, read it verbatim.
All right, okay. Sorry, can I get the Stumpy's got a funny one-liner maybe?
Yeah, it's his one-liner. Here comes the goblin. Waka waka woo.
Ooh, mine's funky. Fresh. Okay. I hired a medium to communicate with my deaf. Hey,
exactly. Just say, look, you're on the stage.
Let me shake it out.
The crowd, hey, all the crowd stand up and go, hey, don't worry about it. Say the crowd has won.
Yeah, you're good.
The hive mind says it's fine.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've never done this before. Okay, all right.
This is like your stag do, isn't it? You're going to be doing this in your stag, aren't you?
I do a one-liner set.
In front of a real crowd.
It would be funny to do a one-liner set and everyone that other people laugh at, you drink. Everyone that no one laughs at, I drink.
Christ.
That's funny.
Let's see if this is funny.
I hired a medium to communicate with my deaf father the other day. He's doing loads of hand movements. I don't understand. The medium says, it's a sign.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
There you go, everyone. And those were our one-liners of the week. Let us know whose is better.
Mine's the one-liner of the decade. I've not come up with one in 7 years.
Yours is old enough to drink.
No, it's not.
Old enough to drive?
No, still no. Old enough to be killed by you in a car.
Well, we're talking about old enough to drink, right? I was perusing Reddit the other day.
Okay, as you do, as one is to do.
As one does, as is my wont. And someone said, hi, they're looking for advice, and they were earnestly looking for advice. Okay. My friend's coming over with his girlfriend, and she's 20. Should I let her drink in my house? And I was thinking, what? What are you...
American?
Because he's American and it's 21 there. But it just...
So he would say to someone... Sorry, you can't have a drink in my house because you're 20.
Because the law would be on him of letting an underage person drink in his home.
if my mate, so say I'm, I don't know, 30 and my girlfriend was 17, and then I went to my mate's house.
Imagine, just in case.
For example.
Theoretically.
For example. Imagine my girlfriend is 17. So I've just picked her up from doing AS levels.
Christ. We've got a lot to talk about, me with my mortgage.
Lots to catch up on.
Watching fucking Love Island reruns or whatever as a 17-year-old
she's got into Adventure Time recently.
And gooning.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
I guess they're the big gooning demographic of 17-year-olds.
Exactly.
If I then went to your house and you then said, sorry, mate, she can't have a drink, because we're just having like a little socialise, she can't have a drink, mate, she's only 17. You, honestly, in that situation, become lamer than me.
I think that you're comfortably the bad guy in general for having a 17. That's
my hands up.
That's a long way below the half your age plus 7 theory. I mean, even if you had a 22-year-old girlfriend, I'd be a bit sus, I think.
22 still iffy, yeah.
I think 24, I'd be a bit young, but I get it. I think for
it has
you,
to be 25 min.
You're 30 now, right?
I'm not 30, yeah.
Yeah, so I think 25 wouldn't blink an eye. 24, I'd be like, younger than 24, we're discussing it when you've gone. Like, it's weird, isn't it?
It is odd. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, that has got to be... So what were the comments? I'm intrigued with the comments of that, because surely they think he's fucking lame for that.
A few answered it earnestly, and a few said the same thing that I thought of. It blows my mind that you're having this discussion about a 20-year-old, an adult. She could go to North Korea and fight for America, but she can't just sip on...
Lots of geopolitical things need to happen for that to be the case, but she could.
She can't sip on a nice, delicious goon bag of Foster's.
She can suck a goonie.
No, not legally.
Not even with the best of them. That's
exactly. At 20, that should be old enough to suck and slurp a goonie. If
that is honestly insane to me. So would
yeah.
Because in the UK, there's obviously an issue with that. I told a story of me getting drunk at 13 or 14.
Yeah, we don't have it right. Don't get me wrong.
If you're 17 and then the mates are 18 and then they say, sorry, mate, you can't have a drink at my house. You're a dick. You're weird.
The house is weird. At a pub, at your local, I'd get. So if I'm 18 and you're 17 and you're at my local, and I not know the barman, but like I go there once a week, they've recognised me. I'd say, look, mate, don't try and be clever and get a drink, because I'm the one who's then gonna be tarred with your brush. But if we're in town, some place, then I'd try and get you a drink. Can I have two and give you one, right? That's what I'd say. But in one's home, it's like, fucking drink away.
Doesn't matter.
But you can legally have a drink in the UK, Will from the Inbetweeners, as long as it's with a main meal. If you're over the age of, 15 or whatever, it can be done. And I'm guessing there's no similar rule for America.
I think it's 14. I think maybe it's 14 with the meal.
Or for a pint?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. That's young.
Speaking of which, by the way, we've mentioned 2 of them so far. The Inbetweeners is coming back.
Yes, the Inbetweeners. Is that locked in? Is that 100% locked in, Jum?
I think that's 100% locked in, Jum, because I've seen a few things about this, and we've discussed it very briefly. I'm not excited for it.
Which I find so sad.
I'm so...
Well, before we talk about it, for any Americans listening, I presumably the main demographic who are listening to this and don't know what the Inbetweeners are, do you want to tell people what the Inbetweeners is? What fundamentally it is, and what it means to us as well? It's
a coming-of-age show that was released in...
2007.
2008, I think?
Was it 2008? It was that sort of era. Let me see.
Yeah, like 2007, 8, 9, until 2010, maybe, something like that.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there was 3 seasons of it, and it came out at a time where we were also of a similar age, and it was some guys at school who are around 16 to 18 or 19, and they do the stupidest shit. They go on school trips, and it's such a time capsule of being a teenager in Britain before all this social media, before everything blew up, before it all went very internet-y. They had like flip phones and stuff, but it was so of the time, and everybody can say, my mate is Jay from the Inbetweeners. Yep. My mate is Will from the Inbetweeners. They were perfect parodies of every single person in any given friendship group. And it holds a very special place in our hearts.
If anyone's not seen it, these were the 4 character archetypes. There was Will, who was the bookish nerd, and would say, well, actually, we do have the right to be here, and that's his thing.
Talk
us through Jay.
Jay is the laddie, makes everything up, fingers birds on caravan sites, says that the Dutch are the filthiest of the nations. And
he knows because he's been there and he smuggled drugs.
Everything. Yeah, has had sex with 1,000 girls and he's only 17 years old. Makes everything up.
Simon, who is, of the four of them, I'd say he's the sort of most... He gets on the best with the others. He's closest to the straight man, yeah, but he's also a little bit stroppy and very stupid in love, very lovesick as well with his girlfriend. Yeah. And then Neil.
Not even his girlfriend early on.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, spoilers. Oh my Christ, sorry guys. and then Neil.
Neil is the big, dumb, zero IQ,
happy.
Very lovable, very simple, very happy. Every single comment, because he doesn't understand it, is water off a duck's back. Because he fundamentally doesn't get what's going on. So that's what it is. And it summed up England and the UK at that time. And it's very, very funny. It's then coming back, and they are in their like mid-30s now.
I mean, they were old when it started. Like, they weren't actually sort of 17. Yeah. They were like 22, 23 when it began, I believe. So
Will from the Inbetweeners is 41.
41 is Will. That's an adult age, isn't it? That's what age adults are.
41, 38, and 40. So they're all 40 near enough.
Which one's 38?
James Buckley.
Is he the youngest? Is Jay the youngest?
Yeah, Jay's the youngest.
Interesting.
And yeah, so they're all about 40 now, and they want to bring it back. And it's going to be, their whole thing was like they were in between school and going out into the real world and getting jobs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was very much like that transitional period. I just don't see how it's going to be good. And I want it to.
Okay, let's assume it's the same team, the same actors. They managed to get all of them back. Yeah. Like, they managed to get Greg Davies back as Mr. Sullivan, Mr. Gilbert, whatever his name was. Stuff like Gilbert, that, right? Yeah. It is Mr. Gilbert. Why do you not think it's going to be good?
Because I'm cynical, and that I think that if they're bringing it back, it's going to be a somewhat lazy cash grab, as most reboots are, I would argue.
I wish I knew more about media to dispel that. My instinct is that that's not always the case. It can be done well. There are, of course, high-profile flops.
They can be. Obviously, it can be done well, yeah.
And flops are... They tend to be more infamous than successes are famous, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know? But, I mean, even like... So, Lord of the Rings 2001 wasn't the first Lord of the Rings rendition. Mm-hmm. So that was a reboot.
I'm not saying that reboots can never go well, because like...
But what I mean is that's the one that captures, that's the one that so many of us have our childhood. Oh my God, I wanted to be Gandalf, I wanted to be Aragorn. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was a reboot in and of itself, and that didn't stop it from capturing people's imagination and meaning a lot to us as well, I guess is what I'm saying.
I also like a reboot. Every now and then I can really enjoy a reboot. We discussed this when we were streaming, when Gavin and Stacey came up. They do specials year on year on year, and then they had like a 7-year break, and then they did another one, and I loved all of them. And I really liked that. And they had the same team and whatever else. Even though, you know, James Corden, he changed as a human throughout the entire thing, and then came back, and then it was still really good. Like,
I think he's come back now, James Corden. I think we like him again, I believe. I believe he's repented from his era of waiter. I think he's got over that.
American talk show host being insufferable.
I think he started to sort of come down from that, and I think he's realised that he went a little bit celeb head.
I think it's because the fact that a lot of reboots now, I'm maybe looking at it through, you know, the lens of, you know, Disney reboots, where then they're making things into live action, and all the live action ones are, in my eyes, fucking shit, because they aren't the ones that I know. Because they're the ones that I'm not used to, which isn't a me issue fundamentally, or the people who are watching, whatever. I see it as a potential stain on the fantastic legacy that the Inbetweeners leaves behind. Does it ruin it by doing it again? No, I don't think it ruins the original 3-4 seasons, whatever it was.
So if it doesn't ruin the original 3 seasons and 2 films, is what it was. Even if it's not as good.
The second film wasn't very good.
Agreed. The second film was the weak point from it, right? It was just a bit, because I think we all, I remember going to the cinema, the bare minimum was pissing yourself with laughter. That was the heights they had to hit because we expected that from the Inbetweeners. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen this, even if you're not from 2010s era Britain, give the Inbetweeners a watch. I guarantee there'll still be archetypes in it that you can project to you and your mates. And yeah, the sound of the second film didn't quite hit that, right? But there were people that would have, for the first thing they saw of the Inbetweeners might have been that second film, and they thought, oh, this is really funny. These characters are funny. I'll go back and I'll watch season 1 and I'll watch the first film. It's going to be the same with this. Even if it's not as good as we expect it to be, let's say it's 4 out of 10, right? It's still going to introduce a whole new generation now of kids who maybe are coming of age themselves and, you know, maybe think they're freaks or that them and their mates don't have any opportunity to grow and evolve. That's one thing I would say. The Inbetweeners was never cynical. Like, we took the piss out of these characters, but we loved them and they loved each other, even when they were absolutely ripping the piss out of each other.
Even they were awful to each other, yeah.
But they had to fail for it to work. So if now, and I'm realizing this as I say it, if now we look at them and they are in their, let's say, 40s, and their lives are still bad, then that becomes less funny. So they had to have
because then they're always failures.
Exactly, and that's not quite what the story of the show was. The story of the show is these kids are discovering themselves and are idiots, but they'll probably...
As I said, coming of age. It's an entire coming of age story. They find themselves and then they evolve throughout it. I think I quite like that it's left open. I like that, same with I think, again, we brought this up on stream, when Friends ended, you know that Monica and Chandler, they have a kid and they're moving into the countryside or away from New York City. And now Ross and Rachel, spoilers, are together again.
What?
She got off the plane.
What? Did she?
She got off the plane.
I just paused it when she got on the plane.
To record this episode?
Yeah, I was going to go finish watching it. I told you this before we started, you piece of shit.
You should have finished it, obviously, because I think there's probably about 7 minutes left.
What?
I know. Unlikely, but she got off the plane.
Oh, man, it's because of the phalanges.
It's the phalanges. I think that I like that it was open. It's like, yes, they're going off and doing these things, and I don't know what they are. They're in the universe. They're doing their thing.
That annoys me. I want to know.
They're now people and going off and doing their thing. I don't need to know. I like that it's open. I've not got that final answer. What would be shit with Friends if, they came back and they were 80, and then you see... Yeah, then you see like Monica mourning Chandler's death, exactly, because he bloody loved drugs. And you'd be like, oh, he died 40 years ago. It's like, oh, now I know that in universe, Chandler's dead.
So would you rather that, or that they bring someone else in to be Chandler? They bring in Nick Cage. Hey guys,
don't mention
it's Chandler here. Yeah,
Miss Chandler Bong. What?
They don't even acknowledge the real Chandler.
Yes, I would not like that. I think I would be in the majority of saying I wouldn't like that.
Raining.
Mine's got more sunny. Maybe we've always got the antithesis of weather.
Maybe. So I'm no longer lying. I was retroactively telling the truth.
No, that's good.
But yeah, I'm bare excited for it, fam. I cannot wait. I want to go to the cinema. Yeah, I want to go to the cinema with my childhood mates, and I want to watch it. And if it's shit, it might then make me choose to watch the originals.
Show, no?
Or is it a TV show? I assumed it would be a film. So a whole TV show. Cool. Well, I want to go to my mate's the biggest telly's house and watch it all together, and get some popcorn and relive our youth together and feel young. It's going to make me feel young again watching it. It's going to make me feel relevant and current. Because now, at the local pub, so like the local pub I go to, my girlfriend works there on weekends, and most of the rest of the staff are like 18, 19. So if they watch it, they might ask about the Inbetweeners, and I can go, oh, yeah, well, I can tell you X, Y, Z. It's suddenly the current trending thing again. And I love the thought of the Inbetweeners being a current trending thing, because I think it deserves to be.
I've looked at the article more. It's with the original writers, the show's creators, Ian Morris and Damon Beasley.
What a team.
I recognise those names.
I think they did the Inbetweeners.
They are the Inbetweeners.
They were, yeah. It's based on them, innit?
The pair have struck a deal with production giant Banijay UK. They've picked up, blah, blah. The company said the deal unlocks the rights and potential to bring the Inbetweeners back for new audiences across a range of platforms, including film, TV, and...
Games?
Stage.
Love eggs? Oh.
Interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting. I can see that.
And then they're also saying...
I'm the briefcase wanker. I'm the wanker with the brief.
Punch the fish to death. Punch the fish to death.
Actually, you'll find I can have a pint. Writes itself.
And yeah, it says that apparently, they've got like a whole comeback, like coming in like different forms and stuff.
But you're not going to watch. You're going to sit there on the side and go, no, I don't want it to exist.
No, I will 100%
I liked
watch
it in 2010.
I will definitely watch it. There's no part of me that doesn't want to watch it.
No, you should refuse. You should refuse.
I don't want to. You're putting that opinion on me.
Just say no, my friend. You have the right.
I might have the right, but I also have the right to refuse the right.
That's deep and true.
Thank you
very
much.
Fair.
Thank you. Well, look, if you guys are wanting to see the Inbetweeners come back, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks everyone. This is episode 5, I want to say.
We've done it every week. We've recorded on a Monday. It's Monday now, behind the curtain, little peek there. And we've released on Wednesday, little peek there as well, for 5 weeks. Is that the first time we've done 5 weekly episodes of something that we're not paid to do?
Yes, I think it would be.
That's pretty impressive we've done that.
It's not bad. You guys will also notice we've got that whole intro animation and stuff. It looks all very pretty. We've got the branding done on the channel. That's all over our socials too.
Yeah, that intro, it's actually stop motion. We did it ourselves with Post-it notes.
It took a long time. A lot of Post-it notes.
But worth it though. I mean, I'm going to chuck those all in the ocean and a few sea turtles will eat those and that will balance out the hedgehog that you've saved.
The glue makes them stronger. Thanks everybody for watching. We love you lot. Follow us on all the socials. And if you want to put a message out there for £5, DM us. DM us on something and we might get back to you. Okay. Thank you, Tim. Goodbye.